Welcome back live from the Brevard Sports Network here from DC Roofing Stadium on Youth Football Super Bowl Saturday. I'm Jackson Robb. Alongside me all day has been Taylor Brown. We should have another good one on tap. Vero Beach has won the last two in 8U and 9U Super Bowls. Now they're back in 10U facing off against the first time we've seen Melbourne Elite Chargers. It's Melbourne and Vero Beach here in 10U action. After this game, Alex Larzinski will take my place. Caleb will still doing his thing. Pop up here and close out the rest of the day. 11, 12, and 14.
Looks like it. Looks like it. It's Largin. There you go. Oh, good. The Melbourne Chargers are deep down here in Palm Bay. We're talking about Booger Heights and all surrounding areas.
So we're up at the top. It's a tunnel breeze. We have the door open. We got the window open. And you know what? Hey, but I'll take. You know what? I'll take not being on the turf. I'll take not sitting out in the sun. Typically, my Saturdays are spent at Century Vieira, which I mean, I'm covered at the top, front, back of my body is all open.
Vero Beach to kick off the start of 10U here.
See, I don't mind this type of that type of camo. Maybe because again,
three very interesting jerseys. Blue and black, 8, 9 with yellow cheese.
But again, I will credit Vero Beach because as broadcasters, one of the things we love / hate, we love some of the creative jerseys we see, but when you're 3 stories up high, make differentiating jerseys, like separate your number color from your jersey color so we as broadcasters can see it, especially when you're moving at full speed.
Looks like the LA Chargers.
Everybody let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, player shout-outs.
Chasing 3 feet today. This way up. We'll be back. 11 more go. So we can go for 4 straight.
All right, here we go.
9U, it was Vero. Vero wins 9U, 19-18 over West Melbourne. All the results from previous games of the day are in the description of the post.
Melbourne falls on
And covered by the Chargers. At the 49-yard line, underway. Down here, beautiful Panther Stadium.
Can't hear me. What do you mean you can't hear me?
Auburn is spotted right at the 50-yard line.
Can everybody else hear me?
Chargers break the huddle.
Oh wait, hold up.
For a 10U Super Bowl between Melbourne and Vero Beach. Apologize for the sound there, but we're back, and it's first down and 10 Melbourne at the 50-yard line. Should be better now
as whistles, flags before the play. Before we get started, going to have some movement early on Melbourne. So that's going to back them up 5 yards. It's going to be first down and 15 for Melbourne at their own 45 now to start this Super Bowl.
Sorry about that. There was a cord that came loose that I didn't realize had come loose during the broadcast.
And now handoff right up the middle for Melbourne. Trying to fight forward to pick up about 3 or 4 on the opening carry of the game. There by Melbourne. Cannot tell the number of the back there. I think it's number 1, what it looks like, which is Dalen Samuels. Now they're going to keep it rolling out right, using his legs, bouncing outside, dropped for a big loss by Vero Beach. Number 7 is the quarterback there, and he gets dropped. That's Jeremiah Pittman Jr. And it's going to be third down and 14 for Melbourne at their own 46-yard line.
Already a big early third down for the Melbourne Chargers here.
Third down and 14, Melbourne at their own 46-yard line. And it's going to be a quick handoff. Number 1, cutting upfield, big move, cutting on his feet inside the Vero Beach 40 for a Melbourne first down on third down and 14. Picked up by Dalen Samuels. First down, Melbourne. What a run by Samuels.
Samuels found his hole and said, I got places to be, goodbye.
Stuck his foot in the ground and went. And it's going to be first down and 10 Melbourne. And we're going to see a Vero Beach timeout already, their first of the half, with 8:27 to go in the first quarter. It's first down and 10 coming up for Melbourne at the Vero Beach 37. We'd like to thank the Brevard Bulls Basketball Organization for sponsoring all the broadcasts today on the Brevard Sports Network. With football season ending, or if you just want to play AAU basketball, make the Brevard Bulls your home for 2023 and beyond. You can call them at 321-848-4192 or 321-446-2556. You can email them at brevardbulls@gmail.com or brevardbulls2@gmail.com. Their website is www.brevardbulls.org, and their Instagram is at Brevard_Bulls_basketball.
Stephen Hughes Sr. tuning into the broadcast. Again, offensive coordinator for the Rockledge Raiders. Their come-from-behind victory last night.
And Melbourne running up the middle, hitting the brakes, trying to go backwards, nowhere to go. And Vero Beach is all over Dalen Samuels on that one for a loss. Second down and long coming up. As he hit the brakes, tried to find somewhere, but in doing so got swarmed and swallowed up for a loss.
Was number 30 on the tackle.
Ashton Wynn. Second down and 13, Melbourne at the Vero 40. Samuels trying to get the edge. He cuts upfield. Dalen Samuels goes out of bounds after picking up the first down. And Melbourne moving right down the field here. One play's a loss. The next is a big gain. And Dalen Samuels picks up the Melbourne first down. Or actually, he stepped out a step too early.
Yeah, he did.
So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now for for Melbourne. Just finish up the West Melbourne game. It's 3rd down and 1 at the Vero 28.
What'll be fun is that 12U. We got West Melbourne and Melbourne in one game. Because why not?
Yeah. So 3rd down and 1 instead for Melbourne at the Vero 28. As one step too early for Samuels. That ball just rolls on the ground, and the quarterback has to fall back on it, and now it's going to be 4th down. Jeremiah Pittman has to fall back on it as that one just rolled off the center. And now you look back at Samuels stepping out one step too early. Now it's 4th down and long, or 4th and manageable. Timeout Melbourne with 7:30 to go in the first quarter. Both teams already taken an early timeout. Melbourne with some decisions to make here ahead of 4th down and about 5 at the VERO 32. Also, I think Orange Pest Control was founded in 2013 by brothers Jonathan and Jason Robertson with one simple goal in mind: to protect families from unwanted pests. In doing so, providing the best pest control in Brevard County. Orange Pest Control strives to provide the safest, most reliable pest control and lawn care services to all of their customers, giving you the relief and peace of mind you deserve. Orange Pest Control has received recognition for their professional services, as in the Expertise Award of Best Pest Control Companies of Melbourne in 2021. For more information or a free quote, visit www.goorangepest.com, or from immediate service, call them at 321-631-1974.
I'd like to welcome at one of our first flag champion of the day, head coach of the Cocoa Flag Division, Rick Rivers, tuning into the broadcast. Coach, congratulations on your Super Bowl win this morning.
4th down and 5. They're going to run it. Dallin Samuels is not going to pick it up, and Vero Beach's defense makes a stand and forces an opening drive turnover on downs on the Melbourne Chargers, and Vero Beach will take over 1st down and 10. Great defense there on Samuels. As I said, one play is a big gain. The next is a stop and a loss, and that one on 4th was the loss. And it's going to be 1st down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 31 with 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Vero Beach led by head coach Mark Bellamy. For Melbourne, led by head coach Daryl Harp and Gary Yarborough Jr. as well. Assistant coaches for Vero: Hassan Brackens, William Jordan, Nelson Weaver, Cassius Williams. And for Melbourne, you got assistant coach Brian Abels, Jatarius Carpenter, Ryan Culver, Sidney Newman, Demetrius Samuel Sr., and Dante Yarborough. I formation for Vero to start. It's going to be a quick handoff, cutting inside, and he's going to get swarmed and dropped after a gain of about 2 or 3 there. Number 22 on the run, I believe, for Vero Beach, Antonio Baker Jr. Second down and 8 here for Vero Beach at their own 33-yard line. And they're going to run it again here, and Melbourne's all over. That defensive line pushes it back for a loss, and it's going to be 3rd down here for Vero Beach already. Melbourne trying to force a quick 3 and out to start this game. Here they go, handoff up the middle on 3rd down. Vero Beach breaks one, and it's going to be a 1st down and more. There goes Vero Beach. It'll get thrown down after a big gain into Melbourne territory. 1st down, Vero Beach, number 10, Keegan Brown for the 1st down. Brown with his first carry goes for a big gain into Melbourne territory. 1st down and 10, Vero at the Melbourne 44. Melbourne Chargers bringing their cheerleading squad. High formation, 1st and 10, handoff up the middle, spun down for no gain by Melbourne's D-line. Again, just like Vero's defense, one plays immediate stop, the next to gain a 40.
Yep, that was number 13 on the Chargers made the tackle.
That would be Ethan Jaquez.
The spammers woke up. We're now getting spammed every other comment.
Handoff up the middle and nowhere to go once again. 3rd down and 10 now for Vero Beach, but see if they can break one big again. Third down and 10 for Vero.
Jaden the Hitman Cox. is the quarterback for Vero Beach.
I formation, 3rd down and 10 for Vero at the Melbourne 44. Handoff, trying to get to the edge. Melbourne's there for a big loss of about 6 or 7 yards, and it's going to be 4th down and long for Vero Beach, and we'll see what they decide to do here in Melbourne territory with 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Still 0-0.
If I'm Vero here, you punt it and play field position.
That's 4th down and 14 for the Indians at the Melbourne 48. I formation, though, is what it's looking like. Vero's going to go for it. 4th down and 14. Split backs at the Melbourne 48. They're going to pass. Quick screen and too low. Incomplete. Looking for number 3 was the target, which is Deshaun Estafat. Incomplete. Now both teams turning the ball over on downs, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 Melbourne at their own 48. Still 0-0 with 3:18 to go in the first quarter. Again, 2 turnover on downs to start this game. Defense is making the plays. They've seen some big runs offensively, but just not when it's mattered. On early down plays, and then the defense has been able to kind of toughen up, read the offense, and make plays like that in order to, that one an incomplete pass, but stopping the run has been a key as well. So here it is, 1st down and 10 Melbourne at their own 48. An empty set here to pass. Lets the one fly, has a man open, 2 open, and both of them searching for the ball. Neither converge on it. It was a good throw by number 7, Jeremiah Pittman, but it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10, Melbourne at their own 48. I like the look there. If they complete it, it could have been a touchdown.
You know what? I say if you're the Chargers, open it up. You see the run's not your running game's not much of anything right now. Open it up. Use your pass to open up the run.
2nd down and 10. Now back to 2 backs with him. Handoff up the middle. Samuels bounces outside. Samuels in a foot race cuts back inside, breaks the tackle. Samuels still on his feet all the way. Touchdown Melbourne. No flags. Dallin Samuels goes all the way. 52 yards to the house. And Caleb, run game is here.
Oh, well, shut up, Mr. Broadcaster. Watch me do this.
3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Dallin Samuels takes it 52 yards to the house. 6-0, penning the extra point for the Melbourne Elite Chargers.
Never mind. Give it to Samuels every play.
I mean, yeah, that's just how it's been. It's been inconsistent. One play's been a play like that, goes for a touchdown. The other one's been a loss of 4. So it's just hard to gauge, but they get it to hit, and Samuels takes it 52 yards. They go for the conversion, cutting back inside. Vero stuffs it. So with 2:58 to go in the first quarter, 6-0. Melbourne takes the first lead of the Super Bowl. And we saw in the last game those conversions proved crucial as Vero won it on a conversion, 19-18, and Melbourne's not able to cash it early.
Spec Nick says he can't be stopped. Steven Chadwick says that kid's gonna be big time.
Yeah, in a few years there'll probably be a bidding war between Mel High, Palm Bay. Yeah. Again, you see a lot of these like prospects and these players that are looking really good in these age groups, and it's only 10U. He's got quite a few more years till high school, but he'll be a name to watch.
Deshaunte Samuel says, "That's my brother," in all caps. I mean, Brittany McDowell quotes, "That's a bad boy."
So Melbourne will kick off here, jumping ahead 6-0 with the first score of the game.
Got Adam Franco tuning into the broadcast. What's up, Coach?
A little onside kick here by Melbourne. It goes 10 yards, still bouncing. Melbourne's got it, I think. And they do. Melbourne recovers their own onside kick. First down, Chargers. And what a play as they get Vero gets caught watching it go 10, and then it takes a skip and a bounce and keeps rolling, and Melbourne swarms to it. First down, Chargers at the Vero 43. And the Chargers trying to grab this one by the horns and take it. And they go up by 2 scores here.
I think it took the one drive for the Chargers to kind of wake up and arrive to the game. Well, they have started to arrive.
Well, they were good on the first drive. It's just they got stalled on 4th.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It takes a moment to – oh, wait, we're here. All right.
First down and 10. Melbourne at the Vero 43. And early whistles here. Hold up.
There goes that man.
False start on Melbourne. It's going to be first down and 15 now for the Chargers at the Vero 48. Also could be Super Bowl jitters.
Right.
Big game.
Oh,
national spot on the line, and well, a nice Super Bowl trophy as well.
They also get rings, and yeah, I meant to bring mine, but
some of those in the studio.
Yeah. Actually, in one of them you see in the studio, it's the
ACYAA.
Yep.
First down and 15. They're going to run a reverse play here. Number 2 gets hit hard for a loss of 3 yards. Number 2 on the carry, Davion Little. And it's going to be second down and 17 for Melbourne at the 50. And this is what I mean. Some plays they go backwards, other they rattle off the 50-yard touchdown. But this one goes for a loss of 2 yards. And now they're at the 50-yard line here.
That was number 65 and number 50 on the tackle for Vero.
Jordan Collins and no number 50 on the roster.
Well, then Jordan Collins for sure was on the tackle. I can tell you that.
Second down and 17 for Melbourne at the 50-yard line. Quick drop, looking to throw. Moving around in the pocket. That's going to be a sack for a loss of 5 more by Vero's defense on Jeremiah Pittman Jr. It seemed like about everybody got home on that one. And just like that for Melbourne, it is third down and 23.
They brought both backers that time. That was number 49 and number 10 that got brought in from those linebacker positions.
Jules Brunson and Keegan Brown. And it's going to be third down. Third down and 23 for Melbourne at their own 44 as, well, maybe they're not arrived yet as Vero's defense starting to make some plays. Handoff, Samuels breaks the tackle. Samuels down the sideline again, cutting back, and he's going to be forced out of bounds. But he's back inside the original sticks, and Melbourne may be looking to go for it on fourth down here after the run by Dallin Samuels. So with nearing a minute to go in the first quarter, it is fourth down and 8 for Melbourne at the Vero Beach 41. And we got timeout number 2 of the half for Melbourne here, ahead of a big fourth down decision with a minute 13 to go in the first, up by 6. 6-0, Chargers with the lead.
I'd like to thank the Brevard Bulls for stepping up and being big sponsors. All their social medias there are on the bottom of your screen. They got Facebook, Twitter, I guess it's X. I keep calling it Twitter, but you know, X, the media that has no name. All right, it that shall not be named. Instagram, Facebook, The email's there. The phone number's there. You want to play AAU basketball? Why not play for one of the best organizations in Brevard County? That's the Brevard Bulls.
So here we go, 4th down and 8. Coming from Melbourne at the Vero Beach 41 off the onside kick recovery following a touchdown. Vero trying to stand tall and make sure that that doesn't cost them anything by letting that ball roll.
1:13 left to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 Melbourne on top.
Fourth down and 8, Melbourne at the Vero 41. Vero wants to stop here. Pittman drops back to pass. Pittman flushed out of the pocket again, and he's going to be sacked hard by number 98, Julius Reason. But there's a flag after the play, so this could change everything.
Hold on.
Hold on. So instead of a huge loss and a turnover on downs, we'll see how this one goes.
No, so because it happened after the play.
Oh, unsportsmanlike conduct on Melbourne anyway.
Oh, wow.
So free 15 for Vero and the football. And the Indians will take over offensively. 1st down and 10 in Melbourne territory. Pretty deep in Melbourne territory as well at the Melbourne 38.
Yeah.
Vero Beach will start. Still with a minute to go in the first quarter.
Whitehead is explaining who got the unsportsmanlike conduct, why they got the unsportsmanlike conduct.
One more. You won't have them anymore.
Is that universal?
I think so. Pretty sure 2 unsportsmanlike.
Huh.
High formation coming for Vero. Back on offense. Opening drive. Finishing a turnover on downs. Now they have 1st and 10 at the Melbourne 38, trailing 6-0. High formation, the give to the back. Number 10 is going to get wrapped up and brought down for no gain. Keegan Brown on the carry. Actually, they'll give him 1. 2nd down and 9 for Vero at the Melbourne 37. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Score up there at the top of the screen, 6-0 Melbourne.
That beautiful trophy is what they're playing for there at the top of the screen. ACYAA Super Bowl trophy.
Second down and 9, run up the middle again, and Melbourne all over it for no gain, or a gain of 1 more. 3rd down and 8. Or 3rd and 7 here for Vero at the Melbourne 35. Probably 4-down territory here, judging the field position, unless you want to try and play the field position game here. So Vero may be going through 4th down, but they've only gotten 3 yards on the first 2. They're going to need a little bit more here to set it up. 3rd down and 7. Vero at the Melbourne 35. And that will do it for our first quarter of action here in the 10U Super Bowl. Our score, Melbourne Elite Chargers 6, Vero Beach Indians 0. Welcome back, everybody, here from DC Roofing Stadium for the second quarter of action here in the 10U Super Bowl between Vero Beach and Melbourne. Vero with 3rd down and 7 here at the Melbourne 35. Handoff, trying to get somewhere this time. It's going to be a gain of 1 or 2 more by number 10. Keegan Brown, now Vero will face a 4th down in which I think they should go for it, but we'll see what decision they end up landing with here on 4th down and 6 at the Melbourne 34. They are going to go for it, it looks like.
Number 10 was also on the tackle for the Chargers.
Justin Herbert? Nope, that's Caleb Newman. Not that number 10 for the Chargers. Here it is, 4th down and 6, ball on the ground, bad snap. And that's going to do it for Vero Beach's drive. And it's another turnover on downs, and it's going to be 1st down and 10, Melbourne taking over in their own territory following the turnover on downs of their own. Now we'll see Melbourne. 2 of their drives have been turnover on downs. 1 was a 52-yard touchdown. We'll see which one they can harness here. They can go up by 2 scores if they're going to get stuck here at 6-0.
Neither coach seems to believe in the punting game or doesn't have a punter.
Yeah.
I probably kind of want to lean on not having a punter because I feel like most coaches would rather have a punter and be able to flip the field like that. But then again, there are some coaches, like as Logan has told me how many times he would be a coach, he would never punt.
Yeah, he loves fake punts.
Yes.
I know that.
He goes, the numbers don't lie. I should never punt. I'm like, all right, you know what?
I don't know what numbers you're looking at. 1st down and 10, Melbourne at their own 35. Samuel's trying to get to the edge, and he's blown up for a big loss by number 12, Jeremy Reed Jr. And it's going to be 2nd down and 12 here for Melbourne. 2nd and 13 at their own 32. And as I said, the runs either go big or they go for a loss. That's how this game has gone. No moderate gains here.
No.
All or nothing. 2nd down and 13. Melbourne at their own 32. Low snap picked up. Fakes the handoff. They keep it. Pittman trying to get to the edge. And he'll be spun down after a gain of about 3 or 4. That's going to bring up 3rd down here already. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 for Melbourne at their own 36. Eight minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's 3rd down and 9 for Melbourne at their own 36 with a 6-0 advantage here over Vero Beach, looking for a Super Bowl trophy to come to Melbourne. Trying to end the Indians' hot streak today with 2 straight Super Bowl wins. That ball high and intercepted by Vero Beach.
Goodness
Number
gracious.
2 flying over his own teammates to make the play, Rashawn Peterson. And it's 1st down, Vero in Melbourne territory once again.
Overthrown, and when that ball was overthrown like that, great job on the tip drill.
Peterson leaped over his own teammate to get that one. And they'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 40. Or sorry, at the Melbourne 40. 2nd straight drive they're starting in Melbourne territory. Is that defense for Vero is making an impact. The offense has got to find a way to move the football.
It's me, Peterson. Hey, look.
Ball on the ground again there. Another bad snap. 2nd down and 12.
He got some great hang time there to get that interception. So, I mean, I was a Nintendo kid growing up. Leave me alone.
2nd down and 12. Vero hands this one off. Has a blocker. Still fighting up to the 35 and finally gets spun down. The ball came out. Melbourne has it. Do they rule him down?
I think the ball came out before he was down.
I think the runner did too. They're going to mark him down, and that's lucky. 3rd down and 5 coming up. The runner put his hands on his head. He thought he lost it.
They're going to say his forward progress was stopped. And watching the delay on the device here, it's not a horrible call.
Hand off of the middle to the fullback, kept with the quarterback actually. I think when it was all said and done.
Yep.
And he's going to pick up about 3 yards. It's going to be 4th and short here for Vero. 4th down and 3 at the Melbourne 33.
What does Vero do here?
I think you got to stick to the run game. Just try. I wouldn't go to the outside. Just try and push up the middle. Brotherly shove. And they're going to go to the fullback, and that was not the idea. And it's blown up by 4 Melbourne defenders for a loss and another turnover on downs. Number 30 with the ball, Ashton Wynn, gets blown up, and that's why I'm up here not on the sidelines with a different clipboard in my hand.
Yeah.
But Melbourne also just blew straight through the line and got that one themselves. So 1st down and 10, Melbourne back at their own 35. Last 2 drives, Vero's gotten into Melbourne territory, and the defense has held them to none. While they did throw an interception on the last drive, so you got to be careful there throwing the football. 6:10 to go in the second quarter, 6-0 Melbourne. Alan Zlodzinski will be here for the next game on. Starting in 11U. Snap. Handoff here. Samuel's trying to get the corner. There he goes. 1st down, and he breaks the tackle. Down the sideline. No flags. Touchdown, Melbourne. Dallin Samuels again. This one a 65-yard touchdown for his 2nd of the game. Well over 100 yards rushing now. And Melbourne's going to go ahead by 2 scores.
Jackson, I think if you look closely, you can see the steam coming off of his shoes. He was running so fast.
Yeah, I mean, there was no one within 20 yards of him, but he still kept the Jets on. Now looking back for a 65-yard touchdown. As I've said, every other play, one goes for a loss and one goes for 65 yards all the way. And that one, Melbourne, is going to go up by 2 touchdowns, and they're going to come out here and go for the conversion. Missed the first one. Now with 5:54 to go in the second quarter, trying to go ahead by 2 scores and strengthen that lead with the point after. They're going to go for 1 here. Handoff up the middle, and it's in. So this time the 1-point conversion extra is good by Jeremiah Brown. And with 5:54 to go in the second quarter, it's 13-0. Melbourne leads Vero Beach.
I mean, look, you want to talk about a statement play. If you're Vero Beach, I think you know what you need to do.
Score.
Well, I meant necessarily just starting just defensively.
Stop Samuels.
There we go.
Doing that. Well, they've been able to a few times. It's just certain plays, it just breaks. And I think Samuels has found his calling outside the numbers. Down the sideline, no one's beating him in a foot race.
No.
So if he can get through.
But it's one of those you kind of use your whole defense to lock down Samuel, and if somebody else beats you, well, then somebody else beats you. But
yeah. But it starts with scoring here, not letting this one get any more out front for Melbourne.
Jason Fritz. I love his comments today. Listen, you have speed, use it. At this age, outside always wins. That's actually not.
Very true. Very true. So Melbourne will kick off from their own 40. 5:54 to go in the second quarter.
I've got the need for speed.
Melbourne's got it right now. Up 13-0 on a 52 and a 65-yard rushing touchdown. That's a good boot this time. They ditched the onside kick, and this one's going to be returned by Vero, number 7, trying to get to the outside. He's going to get, while he breaks the tackles, he'll get tripped up as he was trying to reverse the field. That was Antarion Montgomery, and it's going to be 1st down and 10, Vero at their own 35. And last 2 drives they've had it started in Melbourne territory with no points to show for, and now they'll be starting at their own 35, trailing 13-0. We got a player down on the field from Melbourne. Get some help up. Back on his feet. I'd like to thank the Brevard Bulls Basketball Association for sponsoring all the broadcasts today on the Brevard Sports Network. Football season ending, and if you want to play AAU basketball, make the Brevard Bulls your home for 2023 and beyond. You can see all their information there at the bottom of your screen. Also like to thank Orange Pest Control. They use reduced risk products that are tough on pests but not your loved ones. They offer free retreatment so you can feel confident knowing you have the best service in town, from pest control to termite treatment to bed bug treatment to rodent control and lawn services. Orange Pest Control is the top choice in Brevard County. For more information or a free quote, visit www.goorangepest.com, or for immediate service, call them at 321-631-1974. First down and 10. And
Mr.
Kicking tee still out there.
Mr. Parquette, I don't disagree with you there. Quincy Parquette has a son that plays for SVYFL. Osiris Parquette, remember that name. You will be hearing about it for at least the next 6 years.
First down and 10. VERO at their own 35. I formation, lead to the near side. Still on his feet. Melbourne makes sure that is no longer, as that's only going to be a gain of about 2 yards. It's going to be second down and 8. Second and 8 for VERO. Now at their own 37-yard line. VERO makes some substitutions. A handoff right up the middle. Bounce it back inside. Spinning down just short of the first down line to gain is number 12, Jeremy Reed Jr., and it's going to be third down and 3 for Vero Beach at their own 42-yard line, trying to keep this drive alive. Still looking for the play call here. Third down and 3 for Vero at their own 42. 4:24 to go in the second quarter. They trail 13-0 in the Super Bowl. I formation, turn, give, trying to get to the outside, back inside, tripped up a yard or two short there on the run by Jeremy Reed, and it's going to be fourth down and 1 for Vero Beach at their own 44. And we'll see if they can make something happen here on fourth down. Now this would be a typical situation to go for it. They should here. Number 8's been the quarterback, Jaden Cox. And the QB keeper up the middle on 4th and 1 keeps the Indians driving. First down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 49-yard line, as Cox keeps it himself. And the tush push gets him across for the first down. I formation, they give the handoff here on first down. Breaking tackles, still on his feet is Reed. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the carry there by Jeremy Reed Jr.
There's only one issue I have with the Chargers at the moment. I see a bunch of their players trying to do what I call Florida boy tackling. Stop with the shoulder tackle. Either you wrap up, or you're using your arms and hands to strip the football. Stop with the shoulder.
Got a timeout on the field here. 2:55 to go here in the first half. 13-0 Melbourne. Second and 5 coming up, though, for Vero Beach at the Melbourne 46-yard line.
And I'm not just saying that because they're here in youth ball. Jackson's watched some football with me, and I get just as irritated at NFL and college players when they go with that shoulder tackling crud. I'll say crud, but it's either wrap up or try to strip the football. This isn't John Elway type football anymore, okay? Because that's either going to result in someone bouncing off your tackle and taking it for 6, or a penalty.
2nd down and 5 here for Vero Beach at their own, or at the Melbourne now 46-yard line. Hand off to the fullback, and he's swarmed by number 52 for the Chargers. Not Khalil Mack. That is going to be Zaire Jones. And it's 3rd down and 5. No gain there, still at the Melbourne 46. Get some equipment fixed here for Vero Beach. 2:24 and counting to go in the 2nd quarter. And it's 3rd down and 5 for the Indians at the Melbourne 46-yard line. Trying to keep this drive alive. I formation here. Gonna drop back to pass, and he trips and falls for, well, a big loss, and it's gonna be 4th down now for Vero. 4th and 10 back at their own 49.
He tripped over his running back. He tripped over his running back's foot when he dropped back. His running back got pushed into him, and just the back of his foot clipped the back of his running back, who was in pass defense.
Vero takes the time with 1:40 to go in the 2nd quarter. As they may have a decision to make. I don't know what their punting situation is like, as we talked about, but it's 4th and 10 at your own 49, trailing 13-0 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what Vero decides to do here.
Minute 40 left here in the half, and all right, Jackson. Let's say you're the Chargers and you get the ball on a punt. What are you doing? Are you trying to score, or are you just?
Yeah, I'm running Samuels to the outside. No sugarcoating. That's what I'm doing. I'm running halfback sweep to Dallin Samuels over and over and over. So yeah, that's what I would do. Wouldn't try passing, wouldn't try up the middle. Fourth down and 10. Vero going for it again from their own 49 this time in I formation, as always. Handing off, great blocks, and Vero gets the first down. Up to the Melbourne 40 was number 10, Keegan Brown. That was a great block. I saw a pancake in there somewhere. And he shot right through for the Vero first down to the Melbourne 40 with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Vero is not done yet.
Well, see, the Chargers were lined up as if like they were expecting a punt. They had a safety like 15 yards off the ball.
This one to run to the near side again is Brown. That one to no avail, but there's a flag down. Face mask, the 5-yard variety on Melbourne. First down and 5 now for Vero at the Melbourne 35, trying to get a score on the board here before half. As Jaden Cox goes under center, high formation, movement early. Flags on the play. And I think it's going to be on Melbourne. It's going to be first down and 10.
So
Vero Beach at the Melbourne 30 with 1:15 to go in the first half.
So what happened there is it looked like the center moved the ball early and then kind of like let go of it. Well, when he let go of it, that's why you saw the Charger player pick the ball up.
First down and 10, Vero at the Melbourne 30. Back in I formation again. It's going to be a handoff. Trying to bounce it outside is Keegan Brown. He's going to get uprooted and dropped after a gain of about 4 yards. And it's going to bring up second down and 6 for Vero Beach at the Melbourne 26. And under 1 minute to play in the first half. Second down and 6. Vero at the Melbourne 26, taking their time to get up to the line here. I formation. They're going to give on a jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. Nowhere to go. Melbourne's all over it for a loss of about 5 or 6 yards for a big loss on the reverse play there to number 7. And Terrion Montgomery. 20 seconds to go in the half, and I don't think Vero's really in a hurry to score here. They're really just letting this clock run. 10 seconds to go. This may, if they get another play off, this will be their last play. And one of the Melbourne defensive linemen just fell over. He took the ball again.
Again, I think the center might be prematurely moving the football, and nobody's seeing it.
I definitely can't see it. And the refs are going to talk about it. Clock stops with 3 seconds to go before half.
Because, I mean, I've seen players, you know, encroach or whatnot before, but never picking the ball up like as if they were ready to run with it. He's picking the ball up with the intention of ready to run. Meaning something's got to be going on, unless you have a kid who's literally just, you know, go get me the ball, go get me the ball. I got it for you, coach. Cannot think of the movie right now, but.
So here we go, 3 seconds to go, no flags. Third down and 12 here. High snap, they're going to let it go. And it's intercepted by Melbourne to close out the first half. Number 24 makes the play for the Chargers. Jamari Johnson with the interception that head us into halftime in the 10U Super Bowl. And the Melbourne Chargers leading early in a good offensive performance. 13-0 into half for the Melbourne Chargers. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the start of second half action in the Super Bowl.
All right, folks, we're going to play you a video about the Brevard Bulls. It's the history of the Brevard Bulls.
Welcome everybody back live to the Brevard Sports Network, live from DC Roofing Stadium on Super Bowl Saturday here in youth football in the ACYAA. Jackson Robb, our score 13-0 at halftime in favor of the Melbourne Elite Chargers over the Vero Beach Indians. Vero Beach has won our last 2 Super Bowls in 8U and 9U, but right now Melbourne has the edge in 10U and trying to extend that edge here in the second half, up 13-0, courtesy of a 52 and 65-yard rushing touchdown by Dolan Samuels. And with those 2 scores, then one of the conversions, it's 13-0. They got an interception on the last play of the first half, they being Melbourne. But Vero will start with the football here in the second half and try and get some points on the board in order to try and capture another Super Bowl in the day. Vero has 4 teams represented. Melbourne has 3. They have 10U, 12U, and 14U. Vero has 8U, 9U, 10U, 11U. Then the other teams, Cocoa has 2 teams. 6U already won a Super Bowl in 14U. Palm Bay had 1, they played in 6U. Titusville had 1, they played in 8U. And West Melbourne has 3, 11, 12, and 9U. So with 10 fresh minutes on the clock, kickoff set to come here, and we're underway in the second half. Number 33 with the boot, and a good one for Melbourne was Christian Damon. And now a good return by Vero, cutting back inside. And Vero will start at their own 44. Now, field position definitely has not been the problem today for Vero. Offensively, they just have not been able to move the ball downfield. I mean, they've had the ball in Melbourne's territory 2 or 3 times already, and no points to come of it. So we'll see if they can get it to work here in the second half. Run a lot of lead, a lot of I formation offense, and, well, Melbourne's defensive front's been big in stopping that. So we'll see what adjustments they may have made. First down and 10, Vero at their own 44-yard line. Hand off to the fullback right at the middle, and they stick with it up the middle, and Melbourne's defense stands tall again, no gain. They give him 1, second down and 9 for Vero at their own 45. I believe that was number 30, Ashton Wynn. Split backs, quarterback under center. Cox gives on the jet sweep, cutting back up the middle, bouncing back outside. Number 7 making a solid play there on second down, and Terrion Montgomery on the jet sweep misdirection. And he picks up 3, third down and 6 for Vero Beach at their own 48-yard line. And it's going to be a handoff to the near side on third down, and, well, Ontario Montgomery is going to get brought down at the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 6 already here for Vero in the second half, and we haven't seen anyone punt yet, and I don't think it's going to start now. And so it's going to be 4th and 6 at their own 48, and we'll see what Vero draws up. It's just been all run plays. Tried to pass the end of the half, got intercepted, so we'll see what they draw up here on 4th down and 6. Now it's a diamond formation for Vero Beach. 4th down and 6. They give to the fullback, and he's brought down immediately for no gain by number 23, making the stop on 4th down, Ramari Williams. And that's a turnover on downs quickly, a 3 or a 4 and out. First down and 10, Melbourne at the Vero Beach 47. Great start.
I'll say for the Chargers, that's exactly the start you wanted right there.
Already leading 13-0, and, well, just trying to keep that going up if you're keep that score going up if you're Melbourne. And they have first down and 10 now at the Vero 47. And So Samuels has been the beneficiary of both touchdowns from 52 and 65. First down and 10 for Melbourne. Handoff up the middle. Dolan Samuels. Samuels following block. Spins outside. Samuels down the sideline. Great block. And Samuels goes all the way. Touchdown Melbourne, but there's a flag down.
Oh, come on.
So it's going to come back. If it is on the block that I saw, that was just a great block. And Samuels goes all the way. 47 yards on the first play for a touchdown, but I think they're going to call it back on number 23, Ramari Williams, who I thought just laid a good block.
You and I both.
Unless they call it a blindside, because it definitely wasn't a hold. No, it is going to be a blind or a helmet to helmet. Oh, crackback. Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I have to go back and actually look at it, but I saw it out of the peripheral, which
I will say this.
Right call.
I will say this. The blocker, you can't block back towards your line of scrimmage coming backward, and that's kind of what it was. So.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, this one will not count for Samuels going all the way 47 yards to the house. But it ends up with the way that penalty works. It's going to be a 1st and 8 at the VERO 45. They go right back to him, but so I'm saying when they go right up the middle, it just doesn't work as well, and they get stopped for only a gain of about 2 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. I don't understand not just playing it to the outside here, because going up the middle hasn't worked. Going to the outside has every time. Second down and 6. Handoff to Samuels. Now they'll go to the outside. Samuels cuts it upfield. He will be brought down, but he picks up a Melbourne first down inside the VERO 35-yard line. Is Dolan Samuels. First down and 10. Now for Melbourne at the VERO 33-yard line on the run by Samuels. Gain of 10 on that run. First down and 10 for Melbourne at the VERO 33. They run it up the middle to a different back, this time number 13, and he's spun down and brought down. That is Ethan Jacques. And it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for Melbourne at the VERO 31. As again, they go up the middle, and again, VERO is ready. And we got a timeout on the field, courtesy of Vero Beach. Here with 5:42 remaining in the third quarter, their first timeout of the second half. The 13-0 lead for Melbourne, and they have a 2nd down and 8 coming up, and Vero takes the time. And with that, I'd like to thank the BrevardBulls Basketball Organization for sponsoring all the broadcasts today on the Brevard Sports Network. With football season ending, if you want to play AAU basketball, make the BrevardBulls your home for 2023 and beyond. Their contact info is at the bottom of the screen. I'd also like to thank Orange Pest Control. It's founded in 2013 by brothers Jonathan and Jason Robertson with one simple goal in mind: to protect families from unwanted pests and in turn to provide the best pest control in Brevard County. Orange Pest Control strives to provide the safest, most reliable pest control and lawn care services to all of their neighbors, giving you the best relief and peace of mind you deserve. Orange Pest Control has received recognition for their professional services, as in the Expertise Award of Best Pest Control Companies of Melbourne in 2021. For more information or for a free quote, visit www.goorangepest.com, or for immediate service, call 321-631-1974. Coming out of the timeout, 2nd down and 8. Melbourne at the Vero Beach 31. Snap, handoff. Samuels trying to follow his blockers. Flag down. Samuels cuts back inside. There goes Samuels. First down, cutting back. Samuels. And he's going to take it all the way in for another touchdown, but I think it's going to come back again.
I think it's going to be a false start.
After all that, Samuels making him run. And I don't think it's going to count.
Yep.
Second touchdown getting called back on this drive for Melbourne. And Talon Samuels. It's a false start. He should just whistled it dead. Not make him run all that. But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it puts a flag back in the pocket, but they are coming back, so we'll see. They're marching him back. It's more than 5. That's a 10-yard penalty, so I guess they got him for a hold. They never did the motion, but that's a 10-yard penalty. So I'm guessing it's a holding call there. So it's going to be second down and 18 now for Melbourne at the VERO 41. Another turnover called back by Dolan Samuels. That one was going to be a 31-yard touchdown. Only his shortest of the day. But instead, it's second and 18. They'll give right back to him up the middle. Dolan Samuels again jumping through the pile and moves forward for a solid chunk of yardage there. Gain of about 10 yards. It's going to be third down and 8 here for Melbourne at the VERO 29.
And the only reason that run wasn't a touchdown, his lead blocker missed, 2 jerseys.
Third down and 6. Melbourne at the VERO 29. VERO barely getting the sub off the field there. They're going to snap, handoff. Samuels up the middle. Quick burst of speed. First down and more. Samuels breaks free. And this one will stand. Touchdown Melbourne, the hat trick for Dolan Samuels. From 29 yards out for his third. And that one just dragging defenders off of him up the middle. And he says, well, I've done it to the sideline. This time I'll do it up the middle. And with 4:23 to go in the third, it's another touchdown for Melbourne. They'll jump ahead 19-0. Here in really first really one-sided Super Bowl thus far. VERO's played good defense, but it's starting to fade out, and their offense still has not been able to move the ball effectively. They're going to go for one again here. Handoff up the middle. Number 22 is in for the extra point. And that is Carter Benton. And with 4:23 to go in the third, it's 20-0 in favor of the Melbourne Chargers.
And your Samuels, I'd be like, can we just count those, please? Because I'm doing all that running.
Yeah, count the yards at least.
Right.
Touchdowns don't count.
Right. I don't care about the touchdowns. Just give me my yards, darn it. I ran 30. I ran 31. You moved it back 10 yards. 40. So now 41.
And at the end it was 29.
I just ran close to near 90 yards there. And I only get credit for 29. Bubkiss.
It's going to be another kickoff here by number 33 for the Melbourne Chargers. Christian Damon.
Spec Nice says, still no answer for that young man. He is him.
Yeah, I would say so. Christian Damon to kick off for Melbourne. Again, Alan Slaughterzinski will be here for 11U and 12 and 14U. And ball falls off the tee. They're going to hold it.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, they're just going to get it up on the tee. Christian Damon getting set to kick off. Not too windy here, but maybe starting to pick up down on the field level. Yeah, because I'm seeing the flags. Some are blowing straight this way, which is, well, you guys can't see which way I'm pointing, but from the back of the ball over.
Say,
from the south.
Blowing this way and that way and up and down. And
Well, they just put it back on the tee again. Hopefully it stays there. Christian Damon gets the boot there, end over end, and whistles. And
probably going to be
flag on the play.
Offsides on the Chargers. That'll back them up.
Kickoff from their own 35.
You must let the ball be kicked before you start taking off running. I genuinely believe all forms of football should adopt the XFL, the XFL kickoff. 2 lines, 5 yards apart. No one can make contact until the kicker launches and it goes over, I think, the second line. That way you still get the action of a return. You still keep kickoffs involved. Players can still earn their way onto rosters through special teams. And I think it'll be a lot more interesting.
So here comes the kickoff by Christian Damon now at the 35. Shorter on that one, takes a bounce. VERO will return it, scoop it up. Good blocks. Trying to get outside and nearly broke that one, but they'll take over in Melbourne territory, I think, for the 3rd time today at the Chargers 46, but they just haven't been able to do much with it. So we'll see if offensively Vero Beach can find a rhythm. So 1st down and 10, Vero Beach at the Melbourne 46. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter here in the 10U Super Bowl. Hand off, trying to cut back inside. Melbourne all over it for no gain. Number 44 leading the charge on the tackle, Savion Wilson. Second down and 10 for Vero at the Melbourne 46. Handoff, cutting back inside. Pick up about 2 or 3 there by number 22, Antonio Baker Jr. on the carry inside. Inside zone play picks up 2. 3rd down and 8 yards for Vero Beach at the Melbourne 44. 4 down territory, pretty much as the whole field, it seems like. So have 2 more chances here to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and 8. I formation. Turns, gives up the middle. Number 10 breaking tackles, still on his feet, and he's going to be brought down just short of the line to gain by the run by Keegan Brown. And it's going to be 4th down and 2 here for Vero at the Melbourne 38. Keeping the pace up here, getting set. 4th and 2 for Vero Beach at the Melbourne 38. Trying to get points on the board here and keep this drive alive. Lining up in I formation again. Fourth down and 2. Vero handoff, and he's wrapped up and dropped for a loss, and another turnover on downs by this Melbourne defense. Number 44 and number 10, Caleb Newman, and there's 2 number 44s, either Zaire Jackson or Savion Wilson making the play. And it's 1st down and 10 Melbourne at their own 40 is another turnover on downs. How every single drive -1 has ended for Vero Beach, and Melbourne will take over at their own 40 with 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Melbourne takes the field offensively after forcing another turnover on downs. And it is 1st down and 10 at their own 40. The only play call there should be is halfback stretch to Samuels. But we'll see if they try and shake things up here. They go up the middle this time, and that goes for no gain. Maybe 1. by Dolan Samuels. And it's going to be 2nd and 9 for Melbourne at their own 41. Second down and 9. Melbourne at their own 41. Handoff again, Dolan Samuels. Samuels carrying defender. Samuels still on his feet. He picks up 8 more. 3rd down and 1. Melbourne at their own 49.
Continuing just to drag defenders. I mean, legitimately 2 defenders hanging off of him, and he's still picking up 3-4 yards.
Samuels keeping up the fight every time he has the football. And with under a minute and a half to play in the 3rd, it is 3rd down and 1. Melbourne at their own 49-yard line. Trying to break the hot streak that VERO has as a team. Turns, hands off to Samuels. Samuels going around the edge again. Got a blocker. Samuels hits the gap. There goes Dolan Samuels again for the 4th time. No flags. Touchdown Melbourne. A 51-yard touchdown for Dolan Samuels, who has to be well over 200 yards rushing, and a 4th touchdown on the game for Samuels. With 58 seconds to go in the 3rd, 26-0 Melbourne pending the extra point. And 1 more touchdown, and they can start running the clock in the Super Bowl, which is quite impressive. Thank you for the correction there. Dalen Samuels. Dalen Samuels is the back who has 4 touchdowns. Make sure I say his name right, because he deserves it after that kind of a performance. And running right up the middle again for 1 more, as the extra point is good by number 22, Carter Benton. And with 58.3 to go in the 3rd, here in the 10U Super Bowl, it's all Melbourne, 27-0, and it's all Dalen Samuels with 4 touchdowns. And honestly, I don't think Melbourne's been in the red zone yet. They haven't really had to. They just hand it off and go. And Samuels, I mean, 10U is only 10 years old, so in about, 4 or 5 years, high schools will be looking for him. And as I told Logan last night, talking about Tay Welch, for those people that think the running back position is devalued, go watch some good running backs. They're not getting any worse or any less abundant. And having a running back like him can, well, as you see here, single-handedly win you football games.
Well, when people say running backs are devalued, they're talking more at the NFL level, which, though, is weird because now you're seeing another surge.
Well, no, I was talking about how people, like, offenses are just being pass-heavy and not using their running backs.
Yeah.
Throughout many levels of football.
Yes.
Whereas possession's still very important. And you see it here with 4 touchdowns on the ground. As Melbourne gets set to kick off, leading this one 27-0. Number 32, the new kicker, that is Lyric Raymond. And Raymond's going to go with the onside kick and try and recover it himself, but VERO falls on it. That's number 24, Hassan Brackens. Well, that was gutsy.
He went with the Pat McAfee approach.
Yep.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, Pat McAfee in a Super Bowl, right?
No, it wasn't a Super Bowl.
It was a regular season game against the Texans.
McAfee never was. Colts didn't go to the Super Bowl.
It's sad. I would have loved to have seen him on a big stage. Anyway, Pat McAfee against the Houston Texans. Coach told him, if they bail and you call it, it better get recovered by us.
Yeah, whistles before the play. Timeout by Melbourne, I think.
Yes.
Yep. 57 seconds to go in the 3rd. Timeout Melbourne ahead of 1st down and 10 with the break. I'd like to once again thank the Brevard Bulls for sponsoring all the games today on the Brevard Sports Network. With football season ending, if you want to play AAU basketball, make the Brevard Bulls your home for 2023 and beyond. All their contact info on that nice bottom banner at the bottom of the screen. Also, like to thank Orange Pest Control. They use reduced risk products that are tough on pests but not your loved ones. They offer free retreatment so you can feel confident knowing you have the best service in town. From pest control to termite treatment to bed bug treatment to rodent control and lawn services, Orange Pest Control is the top choice in Brevard County. For more information or a free quote, visit www.goorangepest.com or for immediate service, call 321-631-1974.
California, time to party.
First down and 10. Vero Beach at their own 49-yard, or at the stripe of the 50-yard line. Handoff right up the gut, sheds the first tackle. He picks up about 3 yards. And the clock continues to run late in the third. Second down and 8 for Vero, already at the Melbourne 48 after recovering the onside kick try. Handoff up the middle, flying in, stripping it out. Ball still free. And still a fight. And it's recovered by Melbourne. The guy that stripped it out gets the fumble recovery, number 52. Doing it all on that play. Zaire Jones comes through the line, peanut punches it out, then recovers his own fumble. Zaire Jones, big man making plays. First down, Melbourne.
Melbourne said they wasn't playing today.
They're playing pretty darn good football.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
First down and 10, Melbourne at the Vero Beach 49-yard line.
One day Alan's going to text that you and I just brawled it out one day. We're both not able to come into BSN. It'll make local headlines.
I don't know about that. And for Melbourne here, a touchdown would start the running clock in the Super Bowl. On the run, quarterback's going to keep it, running himself, bouncing outside. There he goes. Down the sideline, it's a foot race. He cuts back, breaks the tackle. He'll be brought down from behind inside the 20 on a big run on a QB keeper by Jeremiah Pittman Jr. inside the Orange Pest Control red zone. First down and 10, Melbourne. 12 seconds to go in the third. The clock stops. They're at the Vero 16. What a run by Pittman.
Mitchell almost. Mitchell said, watch, first play TD.
Close. 12 seconds to go in the third. They wind it. So we'll see if they run a play here if they let it go into the fourth quarter.
Nah, they're going to let it go.
Yep. So that'll be the end of our third quarter here from the 10U Super Bowl at DC Roofing Stadium. Our score, the Melbourne Chargers, looking pretty dangerous here. They lead into the fourth quarter over Vero Beach 27-0, and they'll also have first and 10 at the Vero 16 to start the fourth.
All right, we will be right back.
Welcome everybody back here to Super Bowl Saturday. The final 10 minutes up on the clock in 10U, nothing like the last two. As well in two ways, not close, and it is not in Vero Beach's favor. Fumble, still out, and it's going to be recovered by Melbourne. Tried to hand it off for the first time, number 23, bigger back, Ramari Williams, and well, he bobbled it, lost it, but they ended up falling back on it. If Melbourne scores here, they'll initiate running clock.
I was going to say, look, why are we messing around? Give it to Samuels.
Yeah, I mean, after they clock it, they can do whatever they want.
Right. I mean, why are we beating around the bush here? Hey, Samuels, get your swig of oxygen.
There they go to him. And there he goes to the corner. No one's going to touch him into the end zone. Touchdown, Melbourne. No flags. Number 5 for Dalen Samuels. This one from only 16 yards out. But that'll run the clock in the Super Bowl. Now what a performance by the Melbourne Chargers. At least I think it should. Isn't it 28?
I think. I can't remember if it's 28 or 35.
I know high school's 35. Normally,
right. Well,
all the youth games I've ever done were 28, but I haven't done ACYAA.
That was, I want to say that was Pop Warner. So I actually don't remember whether it's 25 or.
Handoff up the middle here for an extra point, and Vero swarms to it, and it is no good. So our score stands with 9:19 to play in this one, 33-0 in favor of the Melbourne Chargers. I guess not the running clock, but still 33-0 lead in the Super Bowl. Not too shabby. And 5 touchdowns for Dalen Samuels.
36.
36 is running clock?
That's what somebody just said in the chat.
Well, they only have 33, so that answers my question. So they'll need to score once more to get there. Which in reality they think they could do at will if they wanted to, but we'll see. We've seen some onside kicks, we've seen some deep kicks. We'll see what Melbourne goes with this time around.
Again, coming up, Alan Slaughter-Zinski will be with me for 11U through the end of the day.
And ball rolls off the tee again. It's honestly starting to get a little chilly up here. The wind, not too bad.
I wouldn't say chilly, but okay.
Feels good.
There we go. Feels good. You're from Chicago.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're
born and raised in Florida.
You're practically a Chicago native with how much you go up there.
True, but
so I don't want to hear it.
Well, I haven't felt that weather in a year, so.
You're right. So your skin re-thinned up, so you have to go up there and get it.
I'll be back in a week.
You're going up there in a week?
Yeah.
Oh, for
Thanksgiving.
For the giving of thanks.
Yes.
Or as I call it, the fat man's favorite holiday.
I think it's a lot of people's favorite holiday.
When I say the fat man, I am referring to myself.
As they'll hold the kickoff this time and they get it away. Low line drive, bouncing. Nobody deep for it. It's still bouncing. I don't know why they're dancing around it. You got to pick it up. They will, but there's not going to be, well, hold on. Good blocks. And they'll get it up to the 30, 31-yard line there by Antarion Montgomery for the first down in Vero Beach. Trying to get a score on the board here to close out their season and try and not go out with a goose egg on the scoreboard. 9 minutes to go. A little slow to get up there, but he'll get up under zone power. First down and 10, Vero at their own 31-yard line. Trailing 33-0 here with 9 minutes to go in the 10U Super Bowl. Seems like a foregone conclusion that Melbourne Chargers will be hoisting this one, but still a possibility. High formation again here. Last drive ended in the fumble for Vero Beach. And we got whistles here and timeout by Melbourne. I think they either have one left or none left. That's definitely the second they've taken. And so the clock stays stopped with 9:11 to play. 33-0 is the score.
Traffic there on, I forget which road that is.
Babcock.
There we go. Traffic on Babcock is getting crazy. There's lots of horn honking and lots of craziness. Titusville 8U got a police escort with the charter bus. I thought that was awesome. That's a way to make an entrance.
Absolutely.
Even though they didn't pick up a victory. But you know what? Give the kids like that. Like, if it's truly about the kids, give them that experience. They're going to a Super Bowl to get a police escort. It's awesome.
First down and 10, Vero at their own 31. Split back four, set, drop back to throw. Lets that one go high and had his man open. Just overthrown by a step, but I think if he keeps running, that one might have been catchable. Brian Jackson was the intended target by the pass by Jaden Cox. Second down and 10, Vero at their own 31. Number 11 in coverage, Javion Battle. And Battle will come off the field. Second down and 10, Vero at their own 31. Split backs again, same formation. This time it'll be a keeper by Cox, and he'll go down for no gain. Third down and 10 here now for Vero at their own 31 after the keeper goes nowhere by Cox.
See, here's my question if you're Vero Beach. Why wait so long to pull that kind of pass? Cordex got the arm.
Well, they threw a pass at the end of the first half and it was intercepted.
But
that was their only other passing try.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, okay.
As dropping back again is Cox, caught in the flat, trying to get to the outside. Two guys bearing down on him. That's going to go for no gain on the catch by Deshaun Estafat. And it's going to be fourth down and 10 now for Vero at their own 31. Haven't punted all day. Don't think they're going to start now, regardless of field position.
Like,
fourth and 10.
That little out route. Tell me you couldn't have dropped a couple of those earlier in the game when you were getting stuffed in the middle all day. Like, I don't know. Maybe again, they had their philosophy that got them to this point. You don't abandon it per se, but.
Fourth down and 10, Vero at their own 31, under 8 minutes to play in the Super Bowl. 33-0 lead for the Melbourne Chargers, who is looking to punch a ticket to go national. And, well, look like they got a team that could make some noise as well.
Turn it up. Bring the noise.
Timeout Vero with 7:32 to play. I'd like to once again thank the BrevardBulls Basketball Organization for sponsoring all the broadcasts on the Brevard Sports Network. With football season ending, if you want to play AAU basketball, make the BrevardBulls your home for 2023 and beyond. Their information at the bottom of your screen. Also like to thank Orange Pest Control. It was founded in 2013 by brothers Jonathan and Jason Robertson with one simple goal in mind: to protect families from unwanted pests, and therefore to provide the best pest control in Brevard County. Orange Pest Control strives to provide the safest, most reliable pest control and lawn care services to all their neighbors, giving you the relief and peace of mind you deserve. Orange Pest Control has received recognition for their professional services, as in the Expertise Award of Best Pest Control Companies of Melbourne in 2021. For more information or for a free quote, visit www.goorangepest.com, or for immediate service, call 321-631-1974.
I'd like to welcome Amanda Kicker, Nicholas Galasso, Alec LaFleur, all for joining here on the Brevard Sports Network.
4th down and 10, Vero Beach. Last chance here to make something happen and try and get a score on the board at their own 31. Trying to avoid turning the ball over on downs again. And ball's on the turf, bad snap again, and once again a turnover on downs, loss of 2. 1st down and 10, Melbourne at the Vero 29, and just trying to, now they could clock it if they score again, but they don't really have to here. But, well, they know they can if they need to. 5 touchdowns today by Dalen Samuels.
Only 5.
Yeah. Only 1 inside the red zone. The rest doing it from 50 plus for 2 or 3 of them, I think. 1 from 29, 1 from 16. No, 1 from 65, 1 from 52, and I'm missing 1. I think there was 1 from 51 as well.
Yes, there was 1 from 51.
1st down and 10, Melbourne at the Vero Beach 29, 7:22 to play in the Super Bowl. They lead it 33-0. Drop back pass, wide open, down the middle of the field. It's a foot race, touchdown, Melbourne on a pass from Jeremiah Pittman Jr. to Ramari Williams from the tight end slot all the way for the 29-yard touchdown.
And right now he's living out the dream of every lineman who ever wished we could have caught a pass.
Not only that, he took it 29 yards in the Super Bowl for a touchdown. And now the clock will run for the rest of the way as it's 39-0 Melbourne. And man, this team may be turning some national heads.
And look, that's a moment that kid's never gonna forget.
Nah.
Look, as linemen, we don't get much glory, if any. Maybe we're lucky if a running back mentions us in the press conference for doing something good, not doing something bad. That touchdown right there, that kid's gonna remember that forever. And that's an awesome moment there for Williams.
Going for the 1-point conversion again here. Handoff up the middle. Number 4 trying to fight his way here. It's going to be stood up at the 1 by Vero Beach. No good.
But a heck of a fight.
Yeah, good effort there by Jeremiah Brown. And with 6 minutes and counting to go, 39-0 Melbourne leads Vero Beach as the Melbourne Chargers well on their way to a Super Bowl trophy here in 10U. And you'll see them some more in 12 and 14U.
12U, they'll be playing West Melbourne. And I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I don't have a favorite. Look, it's hard for me to root against a good buddy, a broadcaster here on the Brevard Sports Network, Billy Palmer. So, I mean, I'm not saying I got a favorite, but I might be saying I have a favorite in that one.
Clock ticking down to about 5 minutes to go now as they come out to kick off. And once again, I think they're going to hold the kickoff. That's going to be Ethan Jaquez. And the kicker is number 32, Lyric Raymond. So here comes the kickoff by Raymond. Gives it a boot, bounces down, actually puts some backspin on it. Vero ends up falling on it, but that one nearly came back to Melbourne as that ball spun back. And it is going to be 1st down and 10. Vero Beach at their own 45, 4 minutes to go. Your season probably going to come to an end here, and if you're Vero, you want to go out without a 0 on the scoreboard, and hopefully for them they can go out and get a touchdown on this drive and go out with a score.
Absolutely.
And the start of their own 45. First down and 10 for Vero Beach. 3.5 minutes to play in this one, and the clock's going to run that whole way. Split backs here. Cox under center. And turns hands off. Has a block, trying to get the corner. He's got to cut back inside, go somewhere, and that's going to go nowhere. No gain at the end of it, maybe even a loss. Number 53 leading the way on the tackle for Melbourne. That is Caden Walls. Second down and 11 for Vero Beach back at their own 44-yard line. And well, the Indians won back-to-back championships in 8 and 9U, but 10U not going to go that way. Ball out on the ground, and that is scooped up by Vero, number 30, Ashton Wynn. 2:45 to go, and it's third down and 11 for Vero Beach at their own 44. Third down and 11 for Vero at their own 44. 2:20 and counting to go in the Super Bowl. Handoff, number 10, cutting back inside, and he's going to get brought down after a solid carry. That's Keegan Brown, and it's going to be fourth down, Vero Beach at their own 48-yard line. That one goes for a gain of 4, so it's fourth down and 7. And again, they're going to go for it from their own 48, I believe. Under 2 minutes to go here in the 10U Super Bowl. And again, the Melbourne Chargers well on their way to a Super Bowl crown here in 12U, and heck of a performance. I would say definitely the best of the day so far.
Absolutely, yep.
The Melbourne Elite Chargers. Minute and a half to play. Fourth down and 7 here for Vero Beach. Still trying to keep this drive alive. And it's going to be a handoff play, and Melbourne's there again for a stop and another turnover on downs to close out the game. And the last word in this one is Melbourne. Number 50 and others leading the way, Jamal Hull. And Melbourne will take back over with 1 minute to go. We'll see if they even have to run a play. They may have to run one, but I don't think so.
I don't think the coach is going to make them snap, or the refs are going to make them snap it.
See the next Vero Beach team we're going to see with Allen and Caleb. It's camo again, but that is the classic Army green camo jersey. So once again, a different jersey for Vero Beach.
As long as their numbers differentiate, I will.
Oh, it is Veterans Day. I actually like that.
Yes. Yes.
I like that idea.
Super awesome.
And I know that one, that's the green camo. I don't know if this one was for that as well, but if so, good job, Vero Beach. But with that, congratulations to the Melbourne Chargers 10U team in a big way to win the Super Bowl 39-0. What a game. 5 touchdowns courtesy of Dalen Samuels and 1 receiving for Ramari Williams. And congratulations to the Melbourne Chargers on being the Super Bowl champions here in 10U, 39-0.
You will see the trophy presentation right here on Brevard Sports Network, and then we will shut this stream down and get ready for 11U action. Jackson, it's been fun hanging out with you. Thanks for hanging out with me today.
Yes, sir.
All right, go enjoy your. Go enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I'll be waiting up here for Alan. Here we go. Trophy presentation right here on the Brevard Sports Network.